Hey everybody, it's Dave. Seems like it's a tradition among self-support kayakers heading to the Grand Canyon to lay all their gear out before they leave and show what they got. So here's mine. So we'll start first with the boat. We're using a Pyranha 12R, obviously modified for canyon work. So bringing the main skirt, and that's just going to be a top cover to go over the cockpit when I'm done. See what I've done in here. I've fabricated and mounted a groover made out of the 6-inch PVC with the mechanical test plug. I used high density foam on the top and the bottom, and then actually pre-built a little fabricated plastic thing to sit in the middle of my foam, and then ran 2 screws in from the top that open with Allen wrench. That's the same as all the rest of them, so I've got a spare, but then I've got 2 spare screws and that. I've taken all of the internal foam support out of here except what's around my feet, and that is good and solid. Like, I can sit on it, it doesn't bend or anything. Up front there is obviously some bending, and you can see in the back as well. I've taken the support out there, so I've got full access to everything in there. So run down the line. Here's 12 days worth of food. I did a mix of vacuum bags, Ziploc bags, and I ran out of the vacuum bags, and so I finally did the last ones in Mylar. But each day is 3,000 or so calories and 120, 130 grams of protein, and then one little bag of emergency day with just heavy-duty bars in it in case I need it. I guess we'll go over everything else. So start over here. Safety gear, rope, pin kit. So this is my cooking dry bag. In there I've got a jet boil, a small plate, and then a reflective bag to put the freeze-dried meals in. So another dry bag with sheets for my cot. So another little dry bag with tea and candy. And then over here, this was like toiletries and my alcohol. I put 3 6-ounce flasks in there. So I don't drink a ton, but I want to bring a little something. So give me, a couple shots worth every night. So I'm just using a tarp. I'm not going to use a tent. This is a summer trip. So repair kit, tape and epoxy in there, as well as like different ratchet straps and things like that to repair my back band if I have to. So first aid kit. I'm carrying a major first aid kit for our group. Bunch of stuff in there. So a couple Nalgene's. Then I'm using platypus bags for my extra water. This one actually attaches into my water filtration system. I'm using a Gravity Works from Platypus. So here are canyon required supplies. These are the 8x3 or 8 foot by 3 foot orange signal panels, and then a mirror on top. I vacuumed those up in a bag, so pull those out if we need them. I'm bringing a big Agnes chair, dry bag for trash, and over here got a couple of Pelican cases. I'm gonna open this up here. Here we go. So in reach, spare battery, and then I'll put my phone and wallet in here as well as my my headlamp. So flip-flops. This is not a dry bag. This is just a bag to kind of keep them together. Another dry bag to just keep them together. It's my sand mat in there to lay underneath everything. And then a nice handy roll-a-cot. And inside the roll-a-cot, I've actually got a couple of, I don't know if you can see them, but I've got a couple of long poles for my, my tarp. So I've got one Chattooga bag that has all of my clothes and a pair of dry hiking shoes in there. Of course, the wonderful River Maps Guide to the Grand Canyon. And then my daily paddle gear, the very well-worn Powerhouse Astral Hyaks, clothes to wear for paddling during the day. Level 6 shorty dry top. Once again, a very well-worn WRISI helmet. And then I'll be wearing my Astral Indus for my primary. And then I'm going to be stuffing a green jacket up in the very front for a spare life jacket. So all this fits. Looks a little crazy, but yeah, it does fit. It's actually all pretty lightweight. I mean, all said and done, this whole thing was about 80 pounds with the two bags of water and the two Nalgene's full of water. Yeah, that's the deal. So, gonna load it up on the truck tonight, and then we head to the canyon on Tuesday.